Scorpio, the water sign that everyone forgets is a water sign. Just a little joke. If you would like to skip the shuffling and the intro, go ahead and check the comment section of this video for a timestamp available for you. And just as a reminder, guys, this is a general reading. So these messages can either be coming from you or they can be coming to you from your environment. One or the other, okay? So apply it to your situation, guys. If you would like a private reading, go ahead and check the description box for information upon how to obtain one. I have your guys' contemplator cards that popped while I was contemplating on them, on your guys' sign. I'm going to release those as I'm shuffling for your guys' spreads today. Make like a scenario out of them. They may corroborate what the message is here. They may or may not. I just want to get as many messages as I can possibly out given the general nature. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the deck and then we'll get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Scorpio with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay, Scorpio. Mother God, can you please release Scorpio's first base card and some clarifiers after that, please? For July 15th to the 31st. Okay, Scorpio, so pertaining to your contemplator cards, you may experience some stagnation, or you feel like things aren't maybe working or moving in your favor, or that things are just kind of slow right now. It's like, why isn't this moving? What's going on? And I feel like a lot of it has to do, Scorpio, with other people trying to work together with you. And I feel like this has a lot to do with allowing things just to happen how they do. Nine of Coins. Or allowing things to happen how they're supposed to. That's when normally, that's when the best things transpire for us. Because we don't see the latent consequences of things, until the end. And I feel like it's going to be a test for you, Scorpio. Okay, way too many cards. Put them in the center. I feel like, okay, this one wants to pop. I'm going to take it, and this one as well. And I feel, Scorpio, like it's going to be a good thing because it's going to, I don't want to say force, coerce, but it's going to force you to just surrender. Not have so much control over things. It's always good to have control over things, of course. I mean, Virgo speaking here. But sometimes we need to surrender, Scorpio, to certain things or to certain aspects of our life. Eight of Wands. And the King of Wands in reverse. And Scorpio, it's a good thing sometimes because then it teaches, anyone who does this, surrenders, I mean, it teaches them, like, there's something bigger out there that has a plan. And if it's something that needs to be done and you're trying to force situations, well, Scorpio, cards are just flying out. I'm not going to take these. I feel, Scorpio, it's like one of those situations where it's like Spirit, God, whoever your higher power is trying to tell you, like, just trust. Because I feel like good things are going to come out of it, Scorpio. They may not be things that you've seen or planned initially to actually transpire. I'm not saying it's going to be the antithesis of it. It's going to be the exact opposite. No. But I think that's why the Chariot reverse came out first, or it popped out first in your contemplator cards. Because it's showing you, like I said, just allowing things to just happen and flourish the way that they're going to. And, given Jupiter's transit right now and it being retrograde and all that good stuff, This one wanted to come out. I'm going to take it. The full reverse. I feel, Scorpio, that like this is going to be a growing period for you. It's going to be a growth spurt. And like I said, it's going to be something that, you know, you're like, wow, I didn't expect that to happen, but in a good way. Learning to just let go, let God sometimes. Because sometimes we have to do that, Scorpio, like, especially if the situation is so erratic and it's just so kind of out of our control, like, just be like the Beatles, you know, just let it be. This one wanted to pop out. Page of Cups, reversed. Okay, here's your first set. Let's work on the second. And so, Scorpio, like, I feel like I said, creation is going to come out of this. And I feel like it's going to be a good thing. Because the Empress came out upright. That's a good thing. And then, after the Empress, was the Seven of Swords. Okay, here's this one wanted to pop too. Ace of Coins reversed. This came out as well, and your Contemplators in reverse as well. So when I see the Seven of Cups come out, it's like decisions, decisions, decisions. And normally I say, you know, it's the illusion of success. But I feel like this stagnation or this slowness, or things aren't really maybe moving as fast as you like to, or maybe in your favor per se, or in your perception in terms of what's favorable. I feel like, or I see that this stagnation is going to allow you to take a step back and maybe look at your decisions. And maybe it's going to save you from something, you know, preventable. Like I always say, avoidable consequences, something like that. The Eight of Cups. And I really feel like this is a good thing. I know, I mean, hey, Virgo speaking here. When things don't work out how we want them to, we are the first to be like, oh no, what the heck? Like, you know, we're the first to go against it and to fight it. And, you know, Scorpio, a lot of the times, people, like I said at the beginning of the reading, and I don't know why I said that, it was a little weird, but people forget that you guys are water signs. And just like Cancer, you know, you guys do have a shell. It's the hard shell that is around you guys, right? Like I'm talking like the actual Scorpio, or Scorpion, I should say. It's the hard shell, so why would you need any type of maybe protection? It's like an armadillo in a sense too. It's like, okay, you curl up in a ball and you have that defense. But why do you have the stinger, Scorpio, if the hard shell is there? Eight of Swords reversed. I kind of feel, Scorpio, like that stinger is there because just in case. Sometimes, Scorpio, you know, you guys tend to, and I hate to make a generalization, but you guys tend to be a little closed off sometimes. And you guys tend to, there's three cards. Since they landed face up, I'm going to take them. I feel like it's okay. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. And ending with the Eight of Coins. Okay. Here's your, sorry, it's a little crooked here, but here's your second set here. Let's get some crowning cards, and then we'll actually start the reading. What's crowning, Scorpio, for the situations at hand and for July 15th to the 31st, please? And I feel like, Scorpio, like these decisions that are going to maybe come up due to the stagnation, being able to overlook them again, and being able to choose the most appropriate one. I feel like it's going to kind of put you in a position or in a state of seeing what you deserve and what other people deserve from you. who deserves what within the situation. And, you know, it's a little hard to be that person who, you know, decides that. But I feel like this is, you know, this second half of the month of July is going to grant you that opportunity to see what's fair, not only for yourself, but for other people. And I feel like it's going to also cause you to just hang around, just to observe things, see what's going on in your environment. Pay attention maybe to more people's dispositions or to what people say or what they do. And I feel like this is going to help you make these you know, decisions that are at hand. Knight of Coins. And like I said, I mean, this one wants to pop up too. It's screaming at me. 6 of Coins. And I feel, Scorpio, like it's going to then shift the way that you approach situations in a good way. And I feel like it's going to help you see things in a new perspective. Kind of go into like introspection a little bit, kind of like a 4 of Swords moment. 3 of Swords reversed. Just wanted to pop out. And I feel like this is going to give you a lot of hope, Scorpio. Like it's going to see that when you just release sometimes and you surrender to a higher power, that things will work out. It really will. Maybe not completely in your favor, but things will just work out the way that they're supposed to. Because when you surrender, you give up the sense of control and you also give up your anxiety over it. Your assertiveness. Now, it's good to be assertive, of course, but not to be assertive at an inappropriate time, Scorpio. You know, especially right now, like I said, with Jupiter, just all up in everyone's face and in everyone's chart. I suggest also to look at your chart and see your transits considering or respective to Jupiter. Okay, these wanted to come out. I'm going to take them. The 9 of Swords reversed. That anxiety I was talking about. And then we have, oh, nice, the Sun. Okay. Okay, here are your crowning cards. Let's work on the first set. Because I feel, Scorpio, like this is going to be a good thing. It may not seem like it at first. Because, hey, I mean, who likes to surrender and just say, hey, YOLO, whatever happens, happens. Not too many people. I know I'm one of them, but I mean, hey, that's why this channel was started. It was me surrendering and saying, God, really? Tarot cards, like, why? But we're here. And we are going to start your reading. So, Scorpio. Okay, coming into the reading with Judgment reverse. Now I feel, Scorpio, like I just want to say what Judgment in reverse means to me when I see it. Judgment in reverse to me, when it comes out or it pops out like this, to me, it means, have you learned your lesson? Now, whether that's good or bad, it depends upon the situation. Because, I mean, have you learned your lesson of being too giving? Have you learned your lesson of not giving enough? You know, it can go either way. And also, I want to apologize if you hear any background noise like crickets and stuff. I'm in Southern California. It's mighty hot these days. So we need some air up in here. But just want to let you guys know because usually my readings are very, very quiet. I'm pretty adamant about it in my house. Anyway, on to the reading. I do feel, Scorpio, like you're almost at that point or that precipice of truly kind of being happy and of seeing it. Like, I feel like it's manifesting in front of you, in front of your eyes, and you're seeing this happen. And I feel like this is fueling you, to move forward more and to seek more opportunities where this can perpetuate. But when I look at this spread, Scorpio, I kind of feel like, yes, this is here. You fought for it and you want it and you deserve it. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like there are just bumps in the road that either come up or they tend to come up, or maybe they haven't come up yet. They haven't arrived, but they may. And when I see the King of Wands here in reverse with the Fool reverse and the Page of Cups reverse, these are usually not very favorable cards in these positions in reverse. But I feel, Scorpio, like it's somewhat of a caveat for you. I want to say that it's Father God letting you know that look how far you've come. So when situations arise that seem erratic, or they seem or they throw you in moments of hopelessness, of despair, just you get down on yourself a bit. Like, it's like, damn, another thing to freaking do it. Like, one of those moments, and it's kind of, you feel like you kind of want to just not deal with it. But even though that you have to, I want to say that it's a reminder, Scorpio, to let you know that you've come thus far, and you can't give up now. What was all the work put into this for? What will it show? Where has it gotten you so far? The Nine of Pentacles. So don't stop now. And when these situations arise, Scorpio, once again with the surrendering, be careful how you approach them. Be careful how you perceive them as well. And how you relate to them, and how you feel like you want to deal with them or delegate them, right? But do it in an appropriate manner. Don't do it with such force, with such, I don't know why I want to use the word animosity, but with such, abruptness. Don't look at them and just be like, oh my God, this is another game. Like, oh my God. And then you just go for it, and then you start to handle them in a counterproductive way. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Be a master of your creation, Scorpio. I know that you can handle this with the things that get thrown at you. You got it. Don't stress it, because that's how you got here. But it takes just having a little bit of faith, Scorpio, and taking the leap of faith. And not becoming so emotionally involved in these situations. Now, I'm not saying let's not be unconcerned. No, of course not. But don't take things to heart so much. Like, I'm kind of picking up, like, don't start the, oh, why me, why me? Yeah, I mean, we could question that. But we also have to look at, Scorpio, I'm not saying that everything that happens or every mishap that, surfaces has to do with your application to it, or it has to do with that it's your fault somewhere along the lines. Not all the time, but the majority of the time, Scorpio, that's kind of what it is. What are you doing, or what are you bringing into your environment, or how you handling things that allow these things to come in? Now that they've come in and they infiltrated the space, it's up to you, Scorpio, how you're going to handle them now, how you're going to react to them. We can't predict the future, but we can anticipate it. I've always said this in a lot of my readings. And you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. And I feel like this is maybe the old you, popping off, getting upset, not going with it in terms of just not surrendering, being somewhat like obliging it, like kind of just saying, okay, it's here. Now what are we going to do to solve it? Like that. Not going with it in terms of just being like, oh my God, like I don't want to deal with it. I can't do it. And just starting all of that. And that just brings your emotions to a high, right? And it's hard to come down from that headspace, Scorpio. And you are a water sign, so initially, I mean, emotions run heavy with you. They run high, probably more than other signs. I mean, I'm not excluding Pisces and Cancer. You know, you guys all do, but your guys' emotions are there. They're evident. You guys probably deal with them, or you perceive them, or you allow them to shape situations a little bit more than other signs. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it serves you. Very intuitive, psychic ability, having a lot of those clairs, clairvoyance, claircognizance, you know, all of those. Being very aware of your surroundings as well, picking up situations, picking up feelings of other people, just being aware. But let's use it to a benefit, not use it as being counterproductive. And I feel like that's why these three cards are here. And that's why the Eight of Wands is here as well. And they're all in this certain position. See, and also you can look at it like this. The problems arise. Correct the creativity in terms of how you handle it, how you go about dealing with the situation, trusting, taking the leap of faith that everything is going to be fine, because it is. And then the emotion comes after. It's almost like it's an order. Use the emotions first, but I feel like it's a little different in this situation. Because this, in reverse, didn't bring you here. Maybe it did initially at the beginning because you realized where things were going wrong. But keeping this mindset didn't get you here. And I feel like that's maybe why judgment is in reverse here. Let's learn our lesson and not go back to this debilitating, counterproductive aura, essence, you know? Let's avoid that because you can handle things that get thrown at you. You got this. You've already grown with the Nine of Coins here. And I mean, the Knight of Coins as well. Seeking ways of keeping the Nine of Coins. The vernacular is a little weird. So yeah, so let me just make sure I said that clear enough. The Knight of Coins is seeking how to keep the Nine of Coins together. How we're going to keep this going and then reach 10 of Coins. And it's because you're actively working on it. You're actively seeking how to obtain it and how to keep it and maintain it. Six of Coins as well. Giving, not only to yourself, but to other people. And the Six of Coins here, the fact that it's in your thoughts, has to do with the Fool card as well. Giving and taking the leap of faith and just saying, hey, it is what it is. Let's see how we can make the situation better. And I see that you did work hard to come out of being heartbroken or coming to this point, the Three of Swords moment in your life, trying to actively avoid it. Now, when I say avoid it, I don't mean ignore it. It's just avoid the situations that bring you to this point. Because you're over the anxiety. You're over the drama. You don't want to do this anymore. You're done worrying about things that don't matter, like letting your emotions get the best of you. Maybe even being somewhat a little manipulative to kind of get what you want. But then at the end of the day, Scorpio, the truth always comes out. And then people are then going to be like, wow, you manipulated me? Remember, general reading, either to you or from you. But I feel that that's why the sun is here in your thoughts as well, because you're seeing that this is working. And it's even a little bit strange for me to say that when I see these cards. It's like, okay, this seems like it's a bad situation, like it's illusion or delusion going on, but I don't feel like that. I didn't pick that up. And yeah, I mean, I really feel like that's kind of what's going on with this spread. It's just, this is trying to show you, don't backpedal, don't backtread, you know, don't, I know I got the vision or the picture of swimming upstream. Sometimes it's necessary, but normally it's not. But you did swim upstream to initially obtain this. But let's not swim upstream if we don't necessarily have to. If it isn't required, if it isn't something that needs to be done, right? And because that's just working backwards or going back to the way that things were. And we can't do that, Scorpio. Like, that's what, you know, prevented you from reaching the Nine of Coins in the beginning or initially. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Okay, let's see your other spread. A lot of water here too as well. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any other really sign here. No. Or at least what I would consider. Maybe you could be dealing maybe with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, possibly. I think that's about it. Oh, also maybe another water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That's all I really see here. Yeah. So maybe this reading is pretty much about you, shoot. That's the way that I look at it. Now, when I see the Ace of Coins here, you know, a lot of people kind of freak out when they see that card. They're kind of like, oh, well, what do you mean? Like, you know, is something going to happen? Or the beginning stages are bad? I don't feel like that. I feel like it can be bad. And I feel like this is an offer that must be taken. And don't avoid this growth spurt, this moment of learning a lot about yourself. Don't avoid it. Embrace it. Because, I mean, you're already on the quest for it, and you want to share it as well, or learn about it. Because the Six of Coins can also be other people sharing information with you and learning from it. It's a learning card, you know. It's also a self-respect card and also earning respect as well. So this is good. But like I said, don't swim upstream, Scorpio, and then avoid this offer that's coming in. Now I kind of see here as well that you may need to walk away from certain things, though. You may be required to walk away because they no longer work. Maybe walk away from this because it doesn't work. That's what I'm kind of getting a little bit. And also feeling like when you walk away from this, from that, whatever the situation may be for you, it could be people, it could be people bringing just nasty things to you, adding manipulative behaviors to your situations. The Eight of Cups is more like you just don't see that things worked out the way that they were supposed to, so you need to walk away because it's no longer, it's like beating the dead horse. Like you drag that damn horse to the trough, to the water, but he's not going to drink it. So what are we doing here? Staring at the horse, like that kind of thing. Also quite a little bit of sadness because, you know, things didn't work out, and it's like wasted effort a little bit as well. But I feel like when you do walk away from these things and you release, right? Release. It's going to shift your perception, Scorpio, and you're not going to feel trapped anymore. You're going to feel like you are in control of your life and you're no longer going to be trapped into certain things. Or you feel like they're not such a burden on your life. Because, you know, applying proper emotion. keeping your environment open so emotion can free flow. It can be discussed, and then we can then move on from it. Because when you discuss things and you don't keep things in secret, or not in secret, but you just keep your, when you don't, let me start over. When we discuss things openly and honestly, you know, because we shouldn't have to keep anything a secret, because then we shouldn't be doing it, you know, if we can't reveal it. But when we keep that open line of communication, and when we express what we're feeling and we do not keep our feelings to ourselves when they don't need to be to ourselves, when we should say something, that's when we come out of the Three of Swords moment, like you have. And I feel like this was a lot of work. And it is, and I can see it. And constantly seeking other ways of applying it. Also just seeking understanding where your emotions come from and how, why they surface, the triggers, why are they there? Because I feel, Scorpio, like this is all because you're trying to mold and work the situation into what you want it to be. And you can once you walk away. Now, 2 8s, regardless of element, a decision needs to be made. Are you going to allow this to happen? Are you going to allow that good fortune to come in? Are you going to allow it to free flow? And are you going to then understand your emotion, where it comes from, how to improve your emotional reactions in a favorable manner, in an appropriate manner? And I think that you have. I mean, they're upright. And not feeling trapped anymore from the communication, because the communication does come from the emotion. You know, someone like an air sign can usually rid themselves of the emotion a little bit and then just speak kind of logically. I mean, not all the time, you know, it just depends in what's in people's charts, but normally that's the characteristic. But you know, Scorpio, sometimes since you're a water sign, and I hate to make the generalization again, but normally it's the emotion comes first and then the words come second. And sometimes you have to find a healthy balance between that. And I feel like this is a healthy balance. Because when you don't feel trapped, you feel like you can be more honest. So this is the decision that needs to be made. And I mean, if you want to come back up to here, like a triangle, like an apex, are you going to accept that offer, or are you going to deny it? Because that's a decision you need to make. But I think you should take it. 8 of coins upright. Ace of coins in reverse. Knight of coins, 6 of coins upright. Everything is upright with the exception of this coin here. I mean, even your 9 of coins was upright. Take the offer of moving forward, Scorpio. Take the offer of leaving what doesn't work anymore behind. Let it go. I always tell people, I mean, the Disney movie, I believe it's Disney. Elsa, was it the snow one? I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but let it go, Elsa. Let it go. And I always tell people, I call people Elsa, you know, let it go. Because we need to now move forward. Let's not repeat the same mistakes anymore. I feel like this card was here because it was a caveat. It was a warning. It was letting you know, don't swim upstream right now. Go with the stream because it's working. Stream, water, emotion. But you need to release some of the toxicity that's making your water a little bit acidic. Water's neutral. This is making your water and your environment and your river acidic. Don't allow that to happen. So this is the decision, Scorpio. What's it gonna be, you know? Okay, let's pull some advice cards and see what's going on there. Okay, that's how you came into the reading. Father God, do you have any advice for Scorpio for the situations at hand, Father? What do you have for Scorpio? Any caveats, any advice that you can provide to Scorpio pertaining to the situations at hand, how to move forward with this? Okay, this wanted to come out. 4 of coins. Any other advice, Father, that you can provide for Scorpio? Seven of Cups. That came out in your Contemplator cards, upright as well. Any advice cards, Father? Look at that, 10 of coins, Scorpio. I felt that coming. Anything else, Father, that you'd like to provide for Scorpio for advice for situations at hand? Okay. He wanted to come out too. Let's take him. Yeah. Seven of Wands reverse. This is all tying in together pretty well. Okay, Page of Coins reverse. All right, Scorpio. So, I believe that the advice here, once again, look, the coins here. The 4 of coins usually is looked at as a negative card, which I would kind of agree with that up to a certain point. It's just not giving, because you don't necessarily want to. But I feel like in this situation, in these, as advice cards pertaining or appertaining to these spreads, I feel like this is holding on to your 9 of Wands. To your 9 of Coins. You need to be somewhat selfish in terms of what works for you. If things are working, let's keep it going, and we have to maintain it. We have to keep it. We have to seize the opportunity, and keep it. And it involves knowing what we can let go and what we can't, what we need to keep and what we need to, release. And that all involves, Scorpio, molding the situation to what you want it to be. Letting go and letting God, or letting Spirit, whatever your higher power is. And I feel like there are going to be a lot of decisions that need to be made. But let's make a decision. Let's not run away from the decision or prevent ourselves from making a decision. Because with the 7 of Cups, I always say, not making a decision is just as bad as making the wrong decision. It's stagnation. Because you're trying to achieve this, but you're only going to achieve the 10 of Coins if you don't repeat the same mistakes. Because then you won't be heartbroken anymore. It's a decision, Scorpio. A decision. Sometimes you have to pick your battles. When I see the 7 of Wands in reverse, it's not necessarily giving up. It's just kind of, it can be. But I feel like, once again, it's surrounding cards, the situations going on here. I feel like it's just giving in to a higher power. Because the 10 of Coins has to do with balance as well. Balance, like the scales here. You have to know what you can keep and what you can't. You know how far you can go, how frail or how strong the threshold is. And it starts, and this all will come to fruition once we understand what we deserve and what we need. The 2 coin cards that were in reverse were the Ace of Coins and the Page of Coins. So, initiating seeking it, initiating the understanding of it, trying to understand how it works, but not accepting the offer. This is stagnation. There wouldn't be a reason why you're trying to seek it. This is not wanting to seek it when it's in reverse. I'm sorry, let me clarify that a little bit better. Not wanting to seek it, and therefore you never get the opportunity because you never see it or you never saw it to begin with. Let's turn these upright, okay? And I'm not sure why. I just picked this up too, but don't get overconfident. You know, it's okay to be proud of yourself, of course. Toot your own horn. Shoot, I toot my horn all the time. I mean, I have my own theme music sometimes. But then I have to, you know, check myself and realize the bumps come. And when they do, and you're overconfident, you can set yourself up for failure. Because you think that, oh, I got this, I can solve this, I got this, which is good. It's a good thing, Scorpio, to have that confidence in yourself and know that you can handle it. But let's not be arrogant, and let's not have that blind us from solving the problem at hand. Let's not create more did you not learn your lesson moments, even with the new things that come. You being overconfident, maybe you didn't solve the problem, and then you keep on repeating the same mistakes. You make those decisions that you're not supposed to make, or the wrong ones, because of the arrogance may come. That's also not learning your lesson as well, and that's also stagnation. It's a fine line. It's all about balance. And that's what the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Coins, same thing, is about. The balance. Because you have everything there. But with it comes responsibility, and that's the balance. Okay? Let's pull the Jesus card, and that'll conclude the reading here. Pre-shuffled as well. Okay, Father, what does your word have for Scorpio, Father? How can they move forward? Father, what advice do you have for Scorpio, Lord? What does your word have to say for the situations in hand, Lord? Okay, I'm just going to keep on shuffling, see if anything else pops out. Okay, just one card today. Okay, we're going to take that. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't show you the card. It's a little shaky here. Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Sorry, it's a little blurry, guys. Mark 12:30. Putting your trust in him that everything is going to work out, because it will. But it begins with releasing, surrendering to the higher power. And why is that? Because when you seek, and you shall find. Matthew 7:7. It's pretty self-explanatory here. When you seek the things that you want and you seek the things that you need, you'll find them, given that it's proper and it's, respective and according to prosperity and love, most importantly. But self-love too, Scorpio. Love yourself. Don't use that stinger so much. You don't need to necessarily. Don't allow people to get you to that point. Walk away. Because then, solve the problem, yes, or come back to it later. But walk away when it gets too much and you feel like it's like an overcurrent, like you feel that wave coming up. You need to remove yourself from the situation and then come back. And then you will be able to approach it better. Because when you allow people to have that power over you, that's when you feel trapped. Because you're allowing people to trap you. All right, Scorpio. It's the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, see, Four of Swords. I just felt like I needed to turn it over. Four of Swords. Don't let the devil control you. Don't let that thing that binds you control you. And the only way that it's not going to control you, Scorpio, is when you have introspection and you see the bigger picture and you ponder about it and you ruminate over where it went wrong. And I say ruminate, meaning going over it, not sticking with it and dwelling on it. All right, Scorpio. A lot of cards this month. Look at this. This half of the month is crazy. But I do advise you to read Mark chapter 12 and Matthew chapter 7. There will be something in there for you, I know it. Okay, Scorpio, we'll see you in August or any other random video that I put out. You're the first to know I have a couple new things going on with the channel, but you shall see. Okay, Scorpio, you got this. You're on the right track. Stay on that track. Okay? Don't let people trap you. I just wanted to show you. Both upright. That's freaking awesome. And this came out in your advice. This was one of your base cards. Super dope. Okay? Let's keep this going. But we have to put the higher power. We have to put God first. It's the only way that you're going to reach the 10 of coins. Okay, I'm going to shut up now, Scorpio. We'll see ya.